Okay guys, welcome back to Amy's Kitchen, and it's me, Amy. Of course, who else is it going to be? I have some butter in this pan. I'm just going to add a touch of olive oil to fry up some meat for shepherd's pie. I have some new potatoes back here that I've chunked up with the skins on to cook, and I have canned cream of mushroom soup. You can make your own. I have recipes for it. I don't feel like it today. I think I'm coming down with something, cold or flu or whatever. I don't know. I'm coming down with something, so I'm not feeling the best. So I just want something that I can cook very simply for the boys, and they love shepherd's pie. So this is how I do it. Now, the potatoes you want to start in cold water. You don't want to put it in hot water, because if you start it off in hot water, you're going to find that the potatoes are going to become what they call mealy. This is sizzling and the butter is melting, so I'm going to go ahead and add some chopped onion to this. Okay? Anyway, so you don't want your potatoes to be mealy or grainy, I guess. I have some meat here. My son seems to think we eat a lot of beef, and we don't. So we're going to cook up probably just half of this, and I'm going to set half of the half aside, because he bought a good Lord, child, really, almost 4 pounds. Way too much meat for us. So I'm just going to cook half, and then I'm going to save part of the half for tacos, which I'll do later in the week. Turn my heat down on the potatoes. Go ahead and just crumble in my beef to the onions. So we're just going to do that. Like I said, that's fine. You know, good Lord. Okay, move that kind of off center of the heat there. Might as well go ahead and cook up enough. You know, if you gotta cook it once, basic recipe, you might as well make enough for 2. Okay, I fried up the meat. I drained the fat off of it. I'm gonna add some milk. I'm only going to add 1 cup of the cream of mushroom soup, which I'm just going to do in the pan. It's turned off, but it has heat still. And I have my potatoes are done. They're tender. So I'm just going to add my soup mixture to this, which will have all the salt that you need. So you don't need to add any more salt. Oh, and I also separated about 2.5 to 3 cups of meat into this bowl and saran wrapped it. As soon as it cools down a little bit more, I will put that in the refrigerator for tacos for later in the week. Gonna add some milk to this, just a touch, whatever you think a touch is, which is probably only about a teaspoon or 2. Almost forgot, I've got some frozen peas I'm gonna add to it, which is usually typical. You can use string beans, you can use corn, you can use whatever vegetable you want. That just happens to be the one that I choose to use. Now I got 2 cans of soup just in case I need it, but I think that's pretty condensed, or not condensed, it's pretty, the soup's enough. I'm going to add some of my favorite chopped onions, dehydrated, a good proportion of it. And I'm going to add some garlic seasoning. It's just pure garlic, not garlic salt. Just to give it a flavor boost. Give me a second. And then we're going to add the peas. These are just generic steam in the bag peas. We're not going to steam them in the bag. Take out the big piece of ice there. A good half a cup, 1 cup, about 1 cup of peas to it. Stir it around. So there we are. So now I'm just going to take this pan here. I don't have to worry about oil in it or anything because it's a throwaway pan, so I don't have to worry. So I'm just going to put the meat mixture, which fits just perfect. I've heated the oven to 350 degrees. Well, it's still actually preheating right now. It should beep at any moment. So I'm going to, anyways, put this there. Throw this away. I'm going to drain the potatoes. I'll be right back. So drain the potatoes. Now, usually, yes, you use mashed potatoes. I really just didn't want mashed potatoes on it today. I like these new potatoes. I always have. I love the new potatoes. Turn off my oven there. So I just chunked them up with skins on. It's more nutritional. Has more nutritional value, I guess. And just put it like that on top. I have some sharp cheddar cheese. Use whatever type of cheese you like to use. I happen to love sharp cheddar. And then we're just going to top it with the sharp cheddar. And if the oven ever finishes heating up, still waiting to hear it beep, we will put this on top, which we're going to do right now. Put it in the oven, 350 degrees for approximately 30-35 minutes until everything is heated through and the cheese has melted on the top. Excuse me. I tell you, I'm coming down with something. I'm just not feeling it. Okay, press it down a little bit so it's not quite so high up. Alright guys, so I'm just going to finish this, put it into the oven, and I will bring you back when I get it out of the oven. Oh, there's the oven. And wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry. Moving the camera there. Okay, it's done. It was in the oven for 30 minutes. As you can see, it's nice and melty on top. I don't like it to be too overcooked if I can help it. I have one of my catering pans for my business, for my catering service. Anyways, William's getting ready to go to work. It's 8:30, so he would like to take some with him. So we're going to package him up a portion of this. So, show you what it looks like. And I have to say, oops, got that all over the stove, didn't I? It's not the most appetizing thing I've ever seen, but I tell you what, it tastes really good. So, oh, that's Helen. Just ignore her. She's wanting to know if anyone's in the room. In case you don't know, Helen is deaf and blind, and she's a pug. Not that being a pug means that she's deaf and blind. She's just deaf and blind, and she's a pug. I don't know. So we're going to give him that right there on either side. Put this back into the bag. Yes, Helen, we hear you. We're not deaf. Well, you are. We're not. And, you know, the thing is, you know, it's a metal container. It cannot go in the microwave, so if you can't put it into the oven, which he does have an oven at work because he works at a restaurant as the manager, he can just flip it over and heat it up with just the lid. You know, take the bread out first. You know what that's about. So this is dinner for us tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And live, love, and eat. Bye.